Imagine a city that has a plan for its future and has carefully articulated that to its residents and future residents. A city that has carefully planned the city itself and the county surrounding it, and a city that is attracting new residents every single day. Well, that city is Greenville, South Carolina, nestled just below the Blue Ridge Mountains in the northwestern corner of South Carolina. In today's video, we are going to talk about the things that you need to know if you are planning to relocate to Greenville in 2025, including the job market outlook here in Greenville, housing here in Greenville, current enhancements and projects going on around the city, and more. Let's do it. As always, my friends, my name is Sawyer, your friend in real estate here in the upstate of South Carolina, and it's our goal with this channel that we are your #1 resource for all the things that you need to know about moving to Greenville, South Carolina. And we are dedicated to providing you the most reliable, the most practical, and the most relevant information that you can find on the internet about Greenville and the upstate of South Carolina. If you like this information, do me a favor, shoot me an email at my email below. I would love to chat with you about what your relocation to Greenville could look like in 2025. So first up, let's talk about the job market outlook in 2025. And I am anticipating a very strong job market moving into this new year. The state has announced by 2030 that they are anticipating adding 250,000 jobs in the state of South Carolina, and since Greenville is one of the major hubs of the state, this is only a good sign for Greenville. The county of Greenville has announced that they are expecting to add about 85,000 jobs by the year 2040 in their comprehensive 2040 Gville plan. And that doesn't include counties in the upstate like Spartanburg or Anderson or Lawrence or Pickens or Oconee. That's only Greenville. So that's a huge number of jobs that are expected to come to our area in the next decades. And our local labor market is seeing strong job opportunities in healthcare and education and construction. And I'm observing a strong demand for more engineers and more tech-focused jobs as well. And as more and more people pour into Greenville every single day, our skilled labor market is only going to get better, thereby attracting more and more companies, attracting more and more corporations that are going to plant their roots here in the upstate of South Carolina. Just to name a few of the companies that have committed tens of millions of dollars to their operations here in the upstate this year include Nestle, Milo's Tea Company, Schneider Electric, AFL, which is a fiber optics company, and Samaritan Biologics, and more. So next up, let's talk about housing. So across the country in 2023, about 4.1 million homes sold. And this year in 2024, less than that are expected to sell, which is going to be a near 30-year low. Now across the United States this year in 2024, inventory has been steadily rising, which is probably why we've seen a lot more price corrections on existing listings, and we've seen a lot more builders offer concessions on their sales. However, here in Greenville, it's an interesting case. Inventory year over year, as of this recording, is up about 25%. However, with an inventory increase, you would expect closed sales to decrease, supply and demand curve. Well, actually, closed sales have actually gone up 6% year over year, which just tells me that there's still such a high demand for housing here in Greenville. Now, as we move into 2025, I don't think inventory is going to significantly change. I think it's going to continue to steadily rise. I think builders are going to continue building. And I think we're going to see a lot more homeowners start to sell their properties as well as inventory is rising. The benefit that they have is they have this locked in effect with 75% of homeowners across the United States who have a mortgage for less than 5%. Well, as their buying options increase, they're more likely to sell their home. So I would anticipate closed sales to also increase as those people start selling their homes and those people start also buying homes. And whether that's here in Greenville, I still think the housing market will stay strong. And across the country, I think we were going to see a strong housing market moving into 2025 as well, with the new administration coming in. And if I can quickly touch on rates, I think rates will hover around 6 to 6.5% for the majority of 2025. With the new administration coming in, the economic outlook is strong, so there's no need for the Fed to continue to cut rates, thereby decreasing mortgage rates as well. So next, let's talk about improvements and projects that we are seeing in Greenville right now. I think Greenville understands the situation that it's in. It's attracting a lot of people from out of state. And in return, it puts a lot of pressure on the city and the county to make sure that the infrastructure that we have is viable and to make sure that the infrastructure that we are building is going to be sustainable for the foreseeable future. With that in mind, the city has announced in its fiscal year of 2025 that they are going to devote $18 million towards projects like this. So for instance, one project that the city is working on is the Willard Street Bridge redesign, which is going to increase safety for users of the Swamp Rabbit Trail as they are entering into Unity Park. And another project is the East North Street Gateway project right around Bon Secours Wellness Arena, which hosts a lot of events throughout the year. This is aiming to slow down traffic as drivers are coming off of 385 into the city, entering the business district, and increasing sidewalks and widening existing sidewalks to increase pedestrian safety. And the best thing about all of these city improvements is that the city also announced that they would not be raising taxes on residents to fund these improvements, which is awesome news. So lastly, let's talk about events going on in Greenville in 2025. Greenville continues to be at the forefront of attracting amazing recording artists. Festivals like Fall for Greenville or Euphoria, which is a wine and food festival hosted in Greenville every year. Shows at the Peace Center, including Broadway shows that tour across the country, and including major sporting events like the SEC Women's Basketball Tournament, other events like Monster Jam or major concerts at the Bon Secours Wellness Arena. In fact, a $150 million project is being designed to upfit the well moving into 2025. What you may not know and what I didn't know before I read this is that the Bon Secours Wellness Arena here in Greenville, South Carolina is the number 13 highest grossing arena in the entire country. Grossing higher than arenas in our two neighboring metros, which is Atlanta and Charlotte, which I found very, very surprising. And it's no surprise to me that Greenville is able to attract all of these events each and every year. And it's also no surprise to me that the city and the county of Greenville is reinvesting so much money into our infrastructure and ensuring that we are one of and continue to be one of the most desirable places to move to in the Southeast moving forward. So ultimately, my question to you is, are you going to make the move to the upstate of South Carolina in 2025? And if so, I would love to be the realtor that you choose to work with. So please do me a favor, shoot me an email at my email below or shoot me a text at my cell phone number below. I would love to chat with you about what moving to Greenville in 2025 could look like for you and possibly your family. As always, my friends, my name is Will Sawyer, your friend in real estate. And until next time, stay safe. Well, this video is going to be a about Greenville County, the upstate of South Carolina. Great thing to do and easily in the evening. I'm a local real estate expert here in the area. All the time, we're right behind me is a really cool place called Freight Yard.